Amara stands at the glass window of her company's high-rise in Lagos, watching the city bustle below. She's the founder, but today she's undercover, employed as a security consultant to root out a mole leaking secrets to a rival. She keeps her identity hidden from the staff, blending in with a new ID badge. The office buzzes with energy, unaware of her true mission. Her best friend, Ife, the company's HR lead, waves at her with a bright smile. But Amara's mind races. Someone here is betraying me, and I have to find out who. Amara sits quietly at her new desk, eyes scanning the open plan workspace. She discreetly observes team members, noting their body language and whispered conversations. Her cover story is airtight. No one suspects the new consultant is actually the boss. She sends a coded message to the board. Operation begins today. Suddenly, she notices Ife laughing with a group by the coffee machine. Their eyes meet. Amara forces a smile, heart pounding, knowing she can't trust anyone yet, not even her oldest friend. Late that evening, Amara reviews a pile of recent company reports. She highlights patterns of suspicious data leaks, her brows furrowed in frustration. The stolen information is technical, suggesting the mole has access to sensitive files. She narrows her list of suspects. Outside, the city lights flicker in the night. Suddenly, an anonymous text pings on her secure phone. "Stop looking. You're in danger." Her hands tremble, but her resolve hardens. She's even more determined to find the traitor. The next morning, Amara schedules private interviews with several employees. She listens carefully for nervousness or contradictions, taking notes. Everyone seems genuine. When Ife's turn comes, she sits confidently, her usual warmth shining through. They joke and reminisce about university days, but Amara subtly steers the conversation toward recent company changes. Ife's eyes flicker for a split second. A flash of guilt? Amara notes it, filing it away for later. Amara spends the afternoon shadowing the IT team. She watches as passwords are reset and security protocols tightened. Suddenly, a junior developer mentions overhearing a late-night phone call in the server room. The voice was female. Amara's heart skips a beat. She asks for more details, but the developer shakes his head, apologizing. He didn't see the caller's face. That night, Amara sneaks into the server room herself. She scans the logs and finds unusual activity from a high-level account, but the access is masked by a sophisticated VPN. She hears footsteps approaching and ducks behind a rack of servers. Through a gap, she glimpses a familiar silhouette, someone she knows well, but the figure moves away before she can confirm who it is. Amara returns home, haunted by the shadowy figure. She studies photos of her team, tracing connections between employees, looking for hidden alliances. She pins Ife's photo next to other key staff, reluctantly adding her to the suspect board. The betrayal stings, but she needs proof. Rain pours outside, echoing the storm inside her mind. At work, Amara installs a covert camera in the finance office, where leaks often originate. She monitors the feed remotely from her laptop. For hours, nothing happens, until Ife enters late at night, glancing over her shoulder. Ife sits at a computer, typing quickly, then tucks something into her bag. Amara's heart sinks. Is it possible? The next morning, Amara calls in sick and watches Ife from her parked car across the street. Ife leaves the office, nervously checking her phone. She meets a well-dressed stranger in a nearby cafe, handing him a small envelope. Amara photographs the exchange, heart pounding as she realizes the investigation just turned personal. That night, Amara confronts Ife at her apartment. She doesn't reveal what she knows, just asks casual questions about the company and recent stress. Ife is evasive, laughing off concerns and insisting everything is fine. Amara tries to read her eyes, searching for signs of guilt. Ife offers her tea, and they sit together in uneasy silence. Determined, Amara follows the stranger from the cafe, tailing him through Lagos traffic. He leads her to a rival company's sleek office tower. She watches as he enters, greeted by their CEO. Amara snaps more photos for evidence, her suspicions solidifying. The leak is real, and Ife is involved. Amara hacks into the rival company's press release database and finds drafts containing confidential details only her company could know. She copies the evidence, feeling sick. She calls her legal team anonymously, preparing them for a major confrontation. As she logs off, another anonymous message appears. You're getting too close. Amara organizes a company wide security audit, but purposely leaves one system vulnerable, a trap. That night, the system is accessed from IFE's credentials. Amara's IT team tracks the location to a quiet alleyway near the office. She rushes there, adrenaline surging. In the alley, Amara sees Ife hurriedly plugging a flash drive into her laptop, copying files. Ife looks up in shock as Amara approaches. "What are you doing?" Amara asks, voice trembling. Ife freezes, caught between fight and flight, the laptop screen reflecting in her wide eyes. Ife bursts into tears, pleading with Amara not to call the police. "They threatened me. If I didn't help, they'd ruin my family," she sobs. Amara's anger clashes with sympathy as she listens, struggling to process the betrayal and the fear behind it. Amara helps Ife to her feet, and they retreat to Amara's car. Ife explains how she was blackmailed by the rival company's agent. She describes encrypted emails, veiled threats, and secret meetings. Amara records every word, heart heavy with the knowledge that her best friend was desperate and scared. The next day, Amara meets with her board presenting the evidence. Some directors are shocked. Others suspected Ife all along. Amara insists that Ife's confession was coerced. The board debates. Should Ife be punished or protected as a whistleblower? The stakes for the company and their friendship are high. News of the leak spreads through the office. Gossip swirls and employees eye Ife with suspicion. Amara tries to keep the peace, but morale is shaken. Ife feels isolated, her former friends avoiding her. Amara watches, torn between loyalty and duty. That night, the rival company's agent sends a threatening message: "Drop the investigation, or you'll regret it." Amara decides to fight back. She teams up with law enforcement, preparing a sting operation to catch the rival company's agent in the act. Amara and Ife work together, setting a trap for the agent. Ife agrees to wear a wire and meet him at a rooftop bar, pretending to deliver another envelope. Amara waits nearby with police, her nerves stretched to the breaking point. The agent arrives, confident and smooth. He asks Ife for the files, but she hesitates, playing her part. The police record every word. Suddenly, the agent grows suspicious and tries to leave. Amara signals the police. It's time to move. Police surround the agent, arresting him as he tries to flee. Chaos erupts on the rooftop, with patrons watching in shock. Ife collapses into Amara's arms, sobbing with relief as the threat is finally over. The evidence is secured. Back at the office, Amara addresses her staff, revealing the truth about the leak, the blackmail, and Ife's role. She urges compassion, reminding everyone of the importance of loyalty and forgiveness. The company begins to heal, and trust is slowly rebuilt. Ife resigns, choosing to start over and rebuild her life. Amara supports her, promising to stay friends. They meet at their favorite cafe one last time, sharing memories and tears, uncertain but hopeful about the future. Months later, Amara stands in her office, stronger and wiser. The company thrives, the staff united. She looks at a framed photo of herself and Ife on her desk, a reminder of the hardest lesson she's ever learned about trust, betrayal, and forgiveness.